Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our mathematics lesson today. Remember, we are through with time, distance, and speed. And the last thing we did was temperature. Today we are starting a new topic called ratio and proportion. And the ratio and proportion, we shall be looking on ratio first. Ratio is where we compare the two things. For example, here you are told express the ratio in the simplest form. Express the ratio in simplest form. In simplest form. Express the ratio in simplest form. Then they said we have 4 to 8. 4 to ratio 8. We have 4 to the ratio of 8. You are told in simplest form. What you do, the first thing you do, you change this one into fraction now. You change this ratio into fraction. When you change this one into fraction, you say 4 out of 8. When you change this one, so when you are changing ratio to fraction, it will become 4 over 8. And when you want to change now from fraction to ratio, it will become 4 to 8. So the first thing you do, you change the ratio, this ratio, 4 to ratio 8, change to fraction now. In simplest form now, we simplify now. By 4, 1, by 4, 2, which is equal to a half. But they don't want fraction, they say ratio simplest form, which is equal to now 1 to ratio 2. That's how we solve. We make it the ratio. That's how we solve. You first change to fraction, then in simplest form, it will become 1 to ratio 2. 12 to 8, 12 to 18, 12 to ratio 18. In simplest form, what you do, you change this one into fraction first. So it will become 12 alpha 18. We simplify now in simplest form. So it will become by 6 2 by 6 3. Which is equal to 2 alpha 3. This fraction, they don't want the fraction. They say the ratio in simplest form, it will become 2 to ratio 3. That's how we solve. It's very easy. 4 to 6. 4 to 6. C, 4 to ratio 6. It will become 4 out of 6. By 2, 2. By 2, 3. Which is equal to 2 alpha 3. Which is equal to 2 to ratio 3. That's how we solve. You are told 15 meter to 5 kilometer. C, 15 meters to 5 kilometer. 15 meters to 5 kilometers. 15 meters to 5 kilometers. Now, this one, what do we do? They are not in the same unit. This one is in meter and this one is in kilometer now. One thing you do, because they run like units now, one thing you do, you change the kilometer into meters. Changing the kilometer into meters. How do we change the kilometer into meters? We learned that one by using King Henry died. So we said King Henry died, miserable disease called malaria. King Henry died. King kilometer, hectometer, decameter, meter, decimeter, centimeter, millimeter. So King Henry died, miserable disease called malaria. And I said earlier, in between they are 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. When you are going up, we say we multiply. I remember when we come down, I said we divide. So now, kilometer to meters now. This kilometer now to meters is here. So 1, 2, 3. 3 steps upward now, times 100 now. So let us change this one now. 5 kilometer now we change to meters times 1,000. It will become 5,000. So here will become now 15 meters now. 15 meters to ratio 5,000 meters. Now this is now the same unit now. When it's the same unit now, we change to fraction now. After changing fraction, it will become 15 meters alpha 5,000 meters. Alpha 5,000 meters. By 5, 3 meters. By 5, 1,000 meters. So the ratio will become 3 to 1,000. The ratio will become 3 meters to 1,000 meters. That's how we solve that. That is how we solve. So you can even say meter, they go together. So the answer is now 3 to 1,000. 3 to 1,000. The ratio is 3 to 1,000. The ratio is 3 to 1,000. The ratio is 3 to 1,000. I'm repeating this one. I'm saying 15 meters, 5 kilometer. 15 is meter. What do? You change the kilometer into meters now. So you say 5 times 1,000, it will become 5,000 meters now. So 15 meters to ratio 5,000 meters. As I said, to change it into simplest form, you first change it into fraction now. 15 over 5,000. By 5, 3 meters, by 5, 1,000 meters. So meters, they go together. So it will become 3 over 1,000, which is equals to 3 to 1,000 meters. The last one of this part is a half meter. I want to do this one. D is a half liters, to 100 milliliters, a half liters to 100 milliliters, to 100 milliliters, to half liter to 100 ml, to 100 ml. So what we do now, a half liter to 100 ml. What do we do now? A half liter. What we do now in the half liter, it will become, so what we do, we change this one 2 milliliters now. It will become 1,000 now. So it is 1,000 now. It is 1,000 now. A half of 1,000, it will become a half times 1,000. So by 2, 1, by 2, 500. So it will become 500. So here will become now 500 to the ratio of 1,100 ml. So we change into fraction now. It will become 500 over 100. Cancel, which is equals to now 5 over 1, which is equals to 5 to ratio 1. That's how we solve, which is equals to 5 to ratio 1. That's how we solve. So you first change this one times 1,000, it will become 500. So 500 milliliter, and this one is 500 milliliter. They go together. You change the fraction 500 over 100, you'll get 5 over 1, which is equals to 5 to ratio 1. That's how we solve. You are told share the following quantities in the given ratio. Share, another one. Share the following quantities. Share the following quantities. Share the following quantities. Share the following quantities. The following quantities. Share the following quantities into given ratio. Into given ratio. A, they said shillings 30 in the ratio of 1 to 2. In the ratio of 1 to 2. In the ratio of 1 to 2. The ratio of 1 to 2. Let us share this one now. What we do, the first thing, we add the two ratios now. 1 plus 2 is 3. So here we say now, when we want to share this ratio, we say 1 out of 3 multiplied by 30. By 3, 1, by 3, 10, which is equals to 10, shillings 10. That is when we share, which is equals to shillings 10. The other one, you are told 70 kg. B, you are told 70 kg in the ratio of 2 to 5. I want to share this one. What you do, you add the two ratios, then you use the first ratio now. So let us add the two ratios now. 2 plus 5, which is equals to 7. Like this one we added. So here will become now 2, the first one, over the total ratio 7 multiplied by the 70 kg. So it will become by 7, 1 by 7, 10, which is equal to, here will become 20, which is equal to 20, which is equal to 20. So that when you are told share, you add the two ratios, then you say the first ratio over the total ratio multiplied by what you are given. Let us go to another question. You are told Abdi, Abere and Yakubwa. Apere is a name of a person. Apere and Nyakwepa, Apere and Nyakwepa shared a sum of money. Shared a sum of money. Shared a sum of money in the ratio of, they shared in the ratio of 1 to 4, ratio of 1 to ratio 4. Then question A, it's saying what fraction of money did each get? What fraction of money did each get? What fraction of money did each get? Did each get? What fraction of money did each get? What fraction of money did each get? These Apere and Nyakwepa shared some money in the ratio of 1 to 4. What fraction did each get? So when you're told what fraction did each get, you get them separately. The one of Apere and the one of Nyakwepa. Let us get Apere now. Let us get Apere. Apere now, fraction of ratio of Apere, it will become now 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5 is from where I said you add the two ratios, 1 plus 4, it will become 5. So the first ratio belongs to the first person now. The second ratio belongs to the second person or the second item. So you add the two ratios, this total is 1 plus 4 is 5. Then to get Apere, the ratio of Apere is 1 out of the total of 5. That is the fraction of Apere. Let us go to Nyakwepa. Nyakwepa is now, the ratio of Nyakwepa is 4 out of 5. That is the fraction of Nyakwepa. Question B, what percentage of money did each get? Number B, what percentage of money did each get? What percentage of money did each get? What percentage of money did each get? Each person, what percentage of money did each get? Let us now get the percentage of each one now. Let's start with Apere. They said each. Apere, the fraction is 1 over 5. They said now percentage. When you hear percent, you multiply it by 100. We have learned that one when we are doing with profit and loss money. Percent times 100. So Apere is 1 over 5. Percent now, change to percentage now, times 100 by 5 1 by 5 20, which is equals to 20%. That's Apere. Nyakwepa is the ratio is 4 over 5. The fraction ratio is 4 over 5 multiplied by percent times 100 by 5 1 by 5 20, which is equal to 80% when you multiply. So you multiply it by 100. Then the question is also asking another question C. There's also another question. We have question C here. We have question C. Question C says, if the money they shared, if the money they shared was 55, was shillings 55, if the money they shared was shillings 55, then they say how much did each get? 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 The money they shared is this now. This is the amount of money they shared. They said now how much did each get? I remember the ratio was 4 to 5. The ratio was 1 to 4. The ratio was 1 to 4. Now once the ratio was 1 to 4, we want to get now the money they shared. Let us get now Apere, because they said how much did each get. When you told each, you get them separated. Apere now, the shared, the amount of money he will get from 55 will be, I said you add the two ratios, 1 plus 4, which is equals to 5. So Apere now will be 1 out of 5. That's the fraction we said. Now the money that we shared, now let us get his share now, times 55 by 5 1 by 5 1 1, which is equals to shillings 11. Apere got shillings 11. They said each now. Nyapweke. Let us get now Nyapweke. Nyapweke now, the ratio was 5, his ratio is 4 out of the total ratio, which is 5, multiplied by now the amount they were sharing, by 5 1 by 5 11. So 11 times 4 is 44. So 44 plus 11, you will get 55. That's the amount they were sharing when you add. So a parent got 11 and this one got this amount. Another question, let us see your toll. Chenga shared all his cattle. Chenga shared all his cattle, share all his cattle to his eldest child, 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 and the youngest child. And the youngest child in the ratio, and the youngest child in the ratio of 5 to 3, in the ratio of 5 to 3, then you are told if the younger child got 54, question A, if the younger child got shillings 54, you are told 54, if the younger, not shillings, sorry, got 54 head of cattle, you are told how many cattle did Chenga have? 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 You are told he shared to his eldest child 5 to 3. So is 5 to 3. One thing you know, this ratio, the first ratio belongs to the first child and the second ratio belongs to the second child. The first thing they mentioned, they said the eldest child and the youngest child. The eldest child now is the first one. The ratio of the eldest is 5 and the ratio of the youngest, which is second one, it will be 3 now. So this one is the eldest, and this one is the youngest, because ila inatangulia inachukua the first ratio. So that's what they are saying. So you are told now, if the younger child got 54, where is younger? This one. This person got 54. Then they are asking now, how much cattle did Chenga have? They are asking the total now. So this one, we know the ratio. This one, we know the ratio plus the animals, the number of cattle he got. So we use this one because we have two known things for the young one. So the young one, the ratio for the young one is 3. And he got now 54 cattle now. This one will help us. Then they are asking now the total. They said how much did Chenga have? Total cattle now. So once they want the total cattle now, we add the two ratios now. Let's add the two ratios now. We say now 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. The total ratio is 8. So what about 8 now? Or you can say if 3 is 54, what about eldest 5? You get it now. Then you add the 2 is the same. So in easy way now you add the 2. Whenever you ask the total, you add the two ratios now. So if the 3, the youngest is this, what about total now animals? 8. Cross multiply. So 8 times 54 cross over 3. By 3, 1. By 3 is 1. Remember 2. 8 is 18. So let's multiply now. 18 times 8, 64 carry 6. This is now 8. 8 plus 6, 14. So it is 144 kettles. 144 kettles. 144 kettles. It is very easy. So they're asking, they say this guy, Chenga shared his kettles. He had some kettles. he shared them into his two sons, the eldest and the younger, in the ratio of 5 to 3. The 5 is the eldest, imetangulia. The second ratio is the youngest. The youngest got to 54. They're asking the total kettles. So if 3 of the younger is equals to 54 kettles, what about the total 8? If they will have asked the eldest, what about 5? But now they're asking the total, add the two ratio, what about 8? Cross multiply. 8 times 54 divided by 3, you will get 154 kettles. The last question B, that was question A. Question B, you are told what percentage of kettle did the eldest child get? What percentage? What percentage did the eldest child get? Did the eldest child get? Did the eldest child get? What percentage did the eldest child get? Eldest now. The ratio now was, remember, was 5 to 3. 5 belongs to the eldest now. The total now, whenever you're told to get the percentage, we did it in the other question. So you add 5 plus 3 is equals to 8. Now you add, now they want the percentage of the eldest. Percentage of the eldest is equals to the eldest, which is 5, all for the total ratio, percent times 100. That's what we are saying. So by 4, 2, by 4, 25. So 25 times 5, 25 carry 2, 10, 11, 12, 125, which is equals to 125 over 2, this 2, which is equal to, now you will get, when you divide, you will get 62.5% or 62.5%. So they're asking now the total kettles, the percentage of the eldest. Percentage of the eldest equals to the eldest, the ratio of the eldest, 5, all for the total ratio, which is 8, percent times 100, by 4, 2, by 4, 25. 25 times 5, 125, all for 2, 62.5. That is how we find the ratio. It is very simple. So for today, we shall stop it there. I wish you all the best. Thank you.